Your State of the Nation address, President, like the 7 you gave before that, reminds us of a paper tiger. You always make bold statements. You appear dangerous from afar, but when we pay closer attention, we see a paper tiger. Your ministers and premiers are all praise singers, Mr. President. Your chief whip comes and speaks about the National Development Plan. Yet former President Thabo Mbeki, who all of you like to quote, keeps telling you, Mr. President, the NDP is not a plan. Why? A plan requires clear steps, time frames, measurable objectives, and defined responsibilities at each and every level of government. Honorable Premier of Limpopo, please don't be narrow. When we say post-secondary education, we're not just talking about universities. We're talking about TVET colleges. We're talking about training centers. Come on, Minister. The Premier of the Northwest, if you go to Mamusa today, Batuba Runa, Batula Peke, because his failed PR stunt couldn't resolve the issue of sewage in the province of Northwest. I don't want to even talk about the Minister of Human Settlements. She stands here and claims to have resolved the issue of student accommodation in South Africa. Perhaps she doesn't know, Minister, there's a shortage of over 500,000 beds in South Africa. You don't just resolve it by taking money from VPS and buy yourself a coffee shop. President, I want to invite you just across the road, President. When you were busy delivering your SONA, students at CPUT were sleeping outside, President. On Monday night, I went to visit one of the students who were arrested. Please, President, on your way to your 20-bedroom house in Clifton, pass District 6 so that you can see this crisis with your own eyes. President, we felt the pain of Minister Sihle Lonzi. He's a master's candidate. Rather, he's got a master's. He's got experience in governance. But you have reduced him into a boy and deputy minister of an illiterate, matriculate white man. You are reminding us of the racist corporate sector where our brothers and sisters must account to white juniors, even though they've got better qualifications and better experience than them. But, Mr. President, we are not shaken because we know that the faction of Helen Zille wants to dump this GNU. It's just John Steenhuisen who is still enjoying blue lights, even at the cost of his own constituency. Commander-in-Chief of the EFF, we want to show you that we're not just an opposition that talks. We have already presented before this parliament a student debt cancellation bill. We want this parliament to vote for that bill so that we can resolve the debt confronting more than 500,000 students in South Africa. Now, Mr. President, I don't know why you need a bill to give all students their degrees, because these people have completed all their academic requirements. Why don't you give them their degrees?
Your time has expired.
We came here to ask you and you said we've got an extra minute for 6 minutes. You gave me 5 minutes here. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We asked you and you said we've got an extra minute here. President,
time is up.
President, the simple point we're making,
Your time is
how
up.
will these students get employment if you don't want to give them their degrees? Give the students their degrees, give them their qualifications, give them their certificates so that they can be able to access employment opportunities. You don't need a bill for this. Release all degrees, Mr. President.
Leave the podium. Why didn't they allocate the allotment? You can't disrespect the presiding officer.